Hey, good people. So, Mr. Fantastic, how do you play him? Well, he's half strategist, he's half tank, and he's half Apache helicopter. No, I'm just joking. But he can seriously be a beast if you take control of his crowd control, use his range to your advantage, and know how to build up his bar nice and quickly so that he puffs up on you, kind of like that. All right, y'all. So, first thing we should do is go look at his abilities and how to use each one of them. So, as for his abilities, let's start out with his primary, his stretch punch. This is R2, his RT, and his left click. The great thing about this is you have some reach with this one, and if you miss the initial punch, you can actually just sweep it and still hit him for maximum damage. It's really good that way. You can hit multiple people as well. So the way you want to position yourself for this one is if you can be behind your tank and punch through them to build up some of your bar before you engage face to face, this is going to serve you very, very well, all right? Next thing we got is the Brainiac bounce. And not everybody's favorite ultimate in the game. How this works is you get up to 6 bounces of AoE damage in that circle if you can land and actually damage people with the bounces. So this is going to be your L3 plus R3 or your Q. And I can tell you from experience, y'all, the best place to use this is in close quarters. You can really mess them up, all right? Next thing we got is Reflexive Rubber. This is one of his best abilities in his kit, hands down. If you have any projectile based people you are fighting against and you think you're about to lose or you know they're about to throw a lot of damage at you, go ahead and use Reflexive Rubber with R1, RB, or L shift. And what happens is you're going to absorb this damage, right? You can still kind of waddle around. He looks funny as hell when he does this. And at the end of the move, you're going to release a blast of damage. It's capped off at a certain point, so it's not going to be the same exact amount that you absorb. But you can end up weakening an enemy or killing them with their own freaking damage. Next is flexible elongation. With L1, LB, or E, what's gonna happen is you're gonna look over a target, you're gonna see the prompt, and you're gonna hit it. You're gonna get a shield bump. If it's an ally, you give them a shield bump. If it's an enemy, you do damage. This is so good to remain mobile. This is probably the biggest way and the only way for Mr. Fantastic to be kind of fast if you play this right. So don't just think about it as an attack. There's a lot of ways to actually think about using this effectively. One, use this to your advantage to go into fights already close to going big mode, which is elastic strength. Let's just talk about your passive now. If you build up your gauge right there in the middle and you get it to 100, you're gonna puff up, like a bootleg Hulk, and you are gonna have more attack. You're not gonna be able to move very fast, but you're gonna get extra health and you are going to do more damage. This is where you want to be when you're dueling. This is who you want to duel as. So how do you use it to your advantage? Well, as you're getting to the fight, if you're on your side of the line, going through your back line, trying to get to the fight, buff up your healers, buff up whoever's in your back line with your shield. You're gonna get 30 points for each person, and you can use it 2 times, pretty much back to back, which means you're going into the fight with 60 out of 100. If you want, you could just wait a few seconds till the cooldown hits at 6 seconds, and you do it again, and you can go into the fight at even 80. And this is a huge advantage because once you start actually dueling, it only takes 3 or 4 hits for you to actually go into big mode. This will surprise, especially if it's starting the game off. They're not expecting you to be able to do that so fast. The other way to use this, of course, is like I said, use it to get around. Use it so that people can't focus you so much. Hit an enemy, use it to bounce to another enemy, start beating on that enemy a little bit, look at another enemy, hit them with it, and this way you're bouncing back and forth. You're not the easiest target. People don't expect Mr. Fantastic to be bouncing around like that. But also try to keep in mind to use it on your healers if they're behind you healing you. It's a nice little tool to help you and them. Then we've got Distended grip, y'all. So Distended grip is actually pretty damn cool. You're gonna use L2, LT, or right click, and you can grab an enemy and then use the same buttons for stretch punch after you grab one with this, and you'll knock them together. But the best use of this is it's pretty much pseudo crowd control, because when you do this, they can't really act while they're being pulled and smacked together like that. Of course, if you're with his wife, the Invisible Woman, you'll get a circle B or C move, which is just adding a shield to yourself. This is going to mitigate and reduce damage you're taking, and from lost health, you're going to get, as you can see, some shield back. This is really good if you know you're about to go into a fight with multiple opponents. Use it. Where Mr. Fantastic excels is to make sure that you are attacking with tanks and with other DPSs. He excels when the attention of the whole opposite team is not on you. You will get melted super quick. It doesn't matter if you absorb damage, that's very temporary. So you have to go with a dive tank is where he excels, or a tank like Groot that people are going to be focusing and has a lot of health. Make sure you are not the primary target. Go with your team. Make sure you are using flexible elongation to build up your bar super fast. What I like to do is while I'm in a fight, I will quickly look back, or I will use an enemy to keep using flexible elongation. This is going to help with my shield. It's going to help you stay alive longer. It's going to do damage to them or shield your teammates. And it's going to get you into your tank form as fast as possible. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be to hit the thors and the tanks and take care of the duelists pretty quickly. Make sure also you are focusing healers every chance you get. If you can focus and take out healers for your team, this is going to make every fight so much easier. You have extra reach. Hit them from farther than they might think. Don't forget to use Distended grip. If you don't want to knock two people together, use it to bring healers and important targets towards you. Pull them into your friendly ults. Pull them into your whole backline. Pull them in so that they can't run when you know they're trying to get away. This is really a 200 IQ way to use Mr. Fantastic. Pull them in, let everybody jump them, or pull them in into a friendly ult and go crazy. You will get picks, especially on healers. This will turn the tides of your games. Now, to my Mr. Fantastic pros out there, what are the tips and high level plays that I missed? Please tell us down in the comments below. And if these help you at all, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell. And if you want to help out the channel, please go ahead and drop a free like as well as chat with us in the comments. It all helps. Thanks, y'all. I'm out.